Picture this. You're walking into a gorgeous, sunlit cafe. You can hear the gentle hum of people chatting, and that rich, warm smell of freshly ground coffee just instantly makes you feel at home. Welcome to this explainer from the English Effect. Today, we're diving into a super practical, everyday skill, how to order coffee and drinks exactly like a native English speaker. Whether you're grabbing a quick morning cup or catching up with a friend, we're going to make sure your English sounds completely natural and conversational. So, let's jump right in. Now, you might be wondering, is coffee actually a universal language? Well, yeah, in a lot of ways, it really is. Every culture has its own amazing traditions. Italians absolutely love grabbing a quick café corretto right at the bar. And the French, they love to linger outside over a beautiful café au lait. But no matter where you travel, English is so often the global bridge you use to get that daily cup. Mastering just a few simple everyday English phrases will literally open up cafe doors for you anywhere in the world. All right, let's start our little cafe journey. You've walked in, you've looked at the menu, and now it's time to step up to the counter. The big goal here is to kick off your conversation naturally, without sounding like you're reading straight from a grammar textbook. Native speakers use a few very specific, super relaxed phrases to start their orders, and learning them is honestly the secret to sounding like a local. So here's the absolute most common natural starting phrase you're going to hear. Can I get a? Say it with me in your head. Can I get a? If you want to feel comfortable right away, this is your number one go-to phrase. Like, can I get a latte? Or can I get a regular coffee? It's smooth, it's practical, and it gets right to the point. Now, if you've studied a lot of formal English, you might be thinking, wait, is that a bit too informal? Well, can I get a is casual, sure, but it is absolutely not rude. It's really just the standard, everyday way people order in any relaxed cafe or restaurant. It just shows the barista that you're friendly and comfortable. But what if things are moving fast? Imagine there's a huge line of busy people waiting right behind you. A really great native-sounding alternative here is, I'm gonna have a. Notice how native speakers almost never say, I am going to, perfectly clearly. In casual speech, going to just naturally squishes together into gonna. So saying, I'm gonna have a shot of espresso is fast, efficient, and sounds completely authentic. Of course, sometimes you do want to add a little extra politeness. Maybe you're in a fancy spot, or you just want to be extra nice to a hardworking barista. You can use phrases like, could I please have? Or, I'd like a. These soften the request beautifully. You might say, I'd like a medium drip coffee, please. Moving on to choosing your coffee style and finding your perfect cup in any culture. Once you've got your starting phrase down, what exactly are you ordering? Because coffee cultures around the world are completely different. Take the US, for example. Traditional American coffee culture heavily features medium roast drip coffee. People often drink it black, and in classic diners, they'll just keep pouring it from big insulated carafes. But head over to Australia, maybe a trendy neighborhood in Melbourne, and it's a totally different story. Down there, it's espresso-based, carefully made to order and customized exactly how you want it. Good luck finding a simple carafe of drip coffee there. So you really need to know the unwritten local rules. For instance, in a lot of places outside North America, like in the UK or Australia, you actually have to tell them if it's takeaway before you even mention what kind of drink you want. Takeaway just means you're taking your drink to go rather than sitting inside with a ceramic mug. So you'd start with, can I get a takeaway cappuccino? And speaking of specific styles, you're definitely going to see some unique names on the menu. A famous one from Australia that has basically gone global is the flat white. It's a super smooth espresso with steamed milk and just a tiny bit of foam. Or you might hear someone order a skinny cap, which is a cappuccino made with non-fat milk, usually with a nice little dusting of cocoa powder on top. Oh, and if you need something strong, a ristretto is an espresso pulled for just 15 seconds. It's incredibly smooth and way less acidic. Next up, customizing your drink and making it exactly how you want it. So you've picked your base drink, but now you want to tweak it. Here are 3 super essential keywords you really need to know. First is decaf, which is just short for decaffeinated. This is perfect for late in the afternoon when you want the taste of coffee but don't want those caffeine jitters. Then there's sweetened, meaning you want them to add sugar or syrup for you. And finally, if you confidently ask for black coffee, that means absolutely 0 additions. No milk, no cream, no sugar, just pure dark coffee. But what if you don't want a heavy, milky latte, and you just want a tiny bit of milk in your cup? Native speakers love using the phrase, a splash of. You could say, can I get a black coffee with a splash of oat milk? It's such a natural, useful phrase. It just tells the barista you want a very quick, small pour of milk or cream to soften things up. Okay, let's put all this vocabulary together into one perfect, fluid sentence. Imagine saying, can I get a large iced coffee with room for milk? By asking for room for milk, you're telling the barista to leave a little bit of empty space at the top of the cup. That way, you can walk over to the counter and add your own splash of milk without spilling it everywhere. Finally, let's look at cafe etiquette to remember so you can avoid these common red flags. First rule of thumb, try not to get too crazy specific or order completely off menu. Look, we all like our coffee a certain way, but asking for a confusing mix of flavors, 3 different syrups, and weird substitutions can quickly bring the whole cafe line to a halt. Keeping your order pretty straightforward means the barista can actually make it perfectly, and trust me, it usually tastes a lot better that way too. Next, we have what I like to call the temperature sins. These are requests that basically ruin the drink. Please, please never ask a barista to put your espresso in the microwave. Also, avoid asking them to pour a freshly brewed, boiling hot coffee directly over ice. It just instantly waters it down. And asking for extra hot milk? That usually means they have to literally boil the milk, which totally destroys its naturally sweet, creamy texture. There's an unwritten rule in the coffee world. It's a barista's job to ensure the coffee's integrity stays intact. So if they gracefully say no to a weird temperature request, they're really not trying to be difficult. They are professionals who just want to make sure you get a really high-quality, deeply satisfying drink. Just trust their expertise. And lastly, to really complete the perfect cafe experience, you've got to pair that drink with something sweet. Whether it's a rich slice of cake or maybe some amazing artisan chocolate, just taking a moment to sit back and enjoy a little treat makes the whole break feel like a true, authentic native speaker ritual. So what are you going to have? I want you to practice it right now by leaving a comment below using one of today's phrases to tell me your dream cafe order. And if you found this explainer helpful, make sure to invite others to learn by liking, sharing, and subscribing to The English Effect. Ultimately, coffee might be a universal language, but speaking it like a local is what actually opens doors for you. Keep practicing naturally, and I'll see you in the next explainer.